Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, I'm going to be ranking the top 10 best free cards in NBA 2K24 MyTEAM. Before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 14,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I'm uploading every single day, tons and tons of MyTEAM content. Unfortunately, doesn't look like there's really any content coming in MyTEAM today. We'll see if anything drops in like 30 minutes, but right now it doesn't look like there is. So I'm just going to get into these videos and get y'all some other videos today instead of content videos. So starting off with number 10, going with Christopher Paul, CP3. These same face new place players are all available through agendas and can be grinded out for free. This CP is not incredibly fast and he doesn't have elite size, but he's a very, very good defensive and playmaking PG. A really nice card with a good release, can shoot open. Obviously not going to dunk the ball well. He's not incredibly fast. His movement is not insane, and he's not the most impressive defender because of the size, but he is a really good perimeter defender and he does move okay. His release is nice. He's a capable playmaker, good push cross. I like the card. I do think CP is one of those guys because of the defensive value that is really, really useful. I'm super high on cards such as Jason Kidd at the point guard position. Also Joe Dumars have a little more size. CP gives you the same type of thing on the defensive end and is a very, very viable free card. Gonna go Joakim Noah at number 9. This salary cap Noah can't shoot threes, but he can shoot middies. He's 6'11" with a 7'1" wingspan, has pretty decent speed, even good speed with ball, good dunker, and he's also a very, very versatile defender. Defends in the perimeter at a high level, has interceptor, bunch of gold interior badges like anchor, post lockdown, and rebound chaser, silver brick wall, bronze pogo stick as well. In terms of shooting badges, I mean, he can get catch and shoot. He can hit mid ranges. His release is not bad. He's just not going to shoot threes. Movement is not there either, of course, as a center, but he's a really good defensive center who's pretty big and rebounds well and has good speed, and he's not a bad card at all as a salary cap reward. At number 8, speaking of versatile interior centers, you got Alonzo Mourning, who I think is actually really, really nice. The problem with Alonzo is even though he does have a 65 shot 3, his release is really mediocre, so it can be pretty tough to green with him. So I would not say he's a huge threat as a shooter, despite the fact that he does have a semi-capable 3-ball. And overall, I do think he's a really, really nice card though. 74 speed and excel is really good for a big. He's got super high strength, great interior and block, very good dunker, great interior badges on both ends of the court, 6'10" with a 7'5" wingspan. Don't love the release, like I said, but you can hit wide open with the card, which is a valuable aspect, and the fact that he's so good on the interior and both ends and has such a nice wingspan is also a really nice, really, really good card here. Pau Gasol, we're going back to back on the big men, but Pau Gasol, the best shooter of the 3, maybe the worst defender of the 3, but still capable in speed, good interior defender, not as good on the perimeter, but can shoot the ball pretty well, 76 shot 3, good dunker, more versatile in terms of his badges, in terms of having some shooting stuff on there as well. Release is slow but smooth. I do actually like this card though. I think he's pretty good. He's the all-time domination reward, so very few people actually have him, but for a card, I mean, for the people who do have him, I think he's a legitimately viable option at the center position and will play in a lot of teams if you do get the card. And also grinding all-time domination gets you a ton of badges and a lot of super valuable things as well, so could be a very worthwhile grind for some people. Jabari Smith Jr. is going to come in at number 6, one of the summer standouts players. He was also free, is still free. You can grind this card out. 6'11" with a 7'3" wingspan, 78 shot 3, 80 driving dunk, incredibly smooth, easy release. He's a knockdown shooter, okay defender with decent speed. He's a little bit undersized in terms of his player build. I know he's listed at 6'11" with a 7'3" wingspan, but he does have a pretty small, frail player build. Does not compete on the interior at the level of these guys before him, but he is such an elite shooter and still has versatile enough speed and size that I do think he is probably the highest ranked so far of all these big men. And I know we have a lot of big men in a row off the bench, but I just think this is a pretty fair ranking for these guys. I say off the bench, but in the bottom 5. Top 5 starts with De'Aaron Fox coming in at number 5, and he is really, really nice. 6'3" with a 6'6" wingspan, 91 speed and excel, really fast, very capable slasher as well, and a really good playmaker. So he moves really well and he dunks the ball at a very high level, but he also has a very fast release and a good lateral quickness as well as pretty good size at PG. So De'Aaron Fox is a legitimately viable point guard option. Very fast, really, really nice movement, dunks the ball at a high level, and is a decent-ish defender while being super fast and a very good playmaker. The speed is probably his most valuable attribute. 91 speed is really, really good in game right now. So overall, I just think De'Aaron Fox is a phenomenal card, and I'm a big fan of the card as a whole. Now, next we have at number 4, gonna go with, I think Draymond Green. I think Dre is number 4. I don't think he is any higher, but I do really like this card. With his duo with Steph, he's incredible, but a lot of people who are running this Draymond card don't have Steph, and that's fine. So 6'6" with a 7'1" wingspan, 78 speed and excel, 70 shot 3. The stats aren't insane, but super good defender, half break starter, half anchor is so nice on this Draymond card. Such a versatile defender who passes the ball really, really well, can hit a wide open 3 and has good speed at the power forward position. Release is not incredible. With his duo, he gets boosted up a lot. It boosts his speed, his 3-ball, his mid-range, a lot of valuable aspects, even the defense a little bit, and gives him a couple more badges like brick wall and rebound chaser on Hoff. But even without the duo, he is a really, really nice card who I am a big fan of in my team. Like, I honestly do believe you're looking at one of the better, more versatile options at this position at power forward in my team right now. I'm starting him with the duo. Without the duo, I'm not 100% sure he would make my lineup, but I still think he's a very good card. Clyde Drexler going to come in top 3. I think this Clyde card is basically Dr. J without quite as good movement and I guess not quite as good defense either. He's kind of a Vince Dr. J type of clone though. Maybe a little bit lower than those cards, but fast, really good dunker, capable shooter with a smooth, fast release and a decent perimeter defender. Really good size at 6'7". Badges aren't insane outside of the finishing badges, but he does have a couple of nice ones. Overall, really, really nice card, I would say, and I like him a lot with a very, very nice release. Just think he's a really, really good card as a whole, and definitely do believe that it is fair to put him pretty high up on this list. Like, he's a really, really nice card right now. The athleticism and the size, the two is so valuable. Combining that with an elite release, it's very similar to Dr. J. Athleticism, size, and ability at the 2 to slash the rim, and then also having a really smooth release as well is really, really helpful, and I think makes this card absolutely great in my team. But at number 2, I am going to go Kyrie Irving. I think the number 2 and number 1 spots are still pretty self-explanatory. Kyrie is your second best point guard in the game. Some people like him more than Steph. I don't, but 6'2" with a 6'4" wingspan, crazy fast, incredible playmaking, shooting badges, really good shooter with a smooth release, and defensively he's not awful either. Wish he could get every badge. Brandon Roy can get every badge, Shaq can get every badge. Kyrie cannot get every badge. A little bit disappointing because I'd love to be able to give him badges like clamps and anchor on the defensive end of the court. Can't dunk the ball, and his release is a little bit slow, which are my biggest problems with Kyrie, is that he doesn't dunk and his layup package can be frustrating, so he'll get blocked. So that exacerbates the not dunking problem at times, which is admittedly a bit annoying. But that does not mean he is not a great card, because I do think he is a very, very good card in my team. And I think he does a lot of things really, really well. So Kyrie, still one of the best point guards in the game. He was the best point guard in the game until Steph came out, and I do still believe he is probably one of the best options in the game at the point guard position, if not the best. I mean, you could still make the argument he's the best. I just don't think I would personally. But Brandon Roy going to come in at number 1. Not a huge surprise. The level 40, or I guess the ultimate reward, not the level 40, for this season is a phenomenal card, and he's a great start to this ultimate reward. Would love to see more rewards kind of like this Brandon Roy, because I think he is a little bit out on his own in terms of being able to get every badge, being a truly elite card. Kyrie are really the only 2 like dominant elite free cards that we have gotten so far in season 1. A lot of good role players as well, but Kyrie and Brandon Roy are the only 2 like truly top tier cards that were the best card at their position when made available and stuff. And I'd like to see a little bit more of that with some of the mode specific rewards and stuff next season. Like, for example, I'd say this right now, what we're looking at, is just not great, to be completely honest, in terms of like, there's not a single mode reward. Well, I guess Alonzo Mourning's a mode reward. There's only 1 mode reward on this list, and then I guess there's 2 domination rewards as well. But the mode rewards have become a little bit unviable to this point in the season, and I'm not a huge fan of that. So I'd like to see better mode rewards next season. But overall, I do think they're doing a pretty decent job with all of this. So hopefully y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.